Hi, it's Ben Lightfoot Page here, and today I'll be talking about 10 of the weirdest LEGO themes. The figures for this theme are kind of weird. The legs are too long compared to the rest of the figure, and the faces are really badly printed. In general, these figures are really low on quality and low on detail. These figures also have fingers moulded into the hands, which looks really weird on such otherwise simple figures. In addition, the builds for this theme are really weird and have some really odd shapes to them, and in general are way simpler than most LEGO builds, so overall the designs for this theme are way too simple and look really odd. In the first 2 years of LEGO Racers, the minifig heads are just placed directly onto the build, which makes them look like Transformers that have broken partway through a transformation. In addition, some of the sets included odd looking creatures as the drivers of the cars, and one set even included the Nesquik bunny. The Time Cruiser's theme includes lots of weird builds that are just random piles of pieces that have been thrown together, which include elements from various different LEGO themes. Beyond the weird builds, there are also the minifigures, which have odd face prints which include wide eyes, which is inconsistent with other LEGO minifigures. There are multiple weird things about the former theme. Firstly, there is the builds, which consists of a Technic frame covered by a paper sheet, which is shaped and printed to look like a fish. The other weird thing about Forma is the way it was distributed. This set was released on Kickstarter and only given to those who supported it on there, and this is a very odd way for an official LEGO product to be released. The entire Legends of Chima theme is just really random. There are lots of strange elements such as humanoid animals, magical crystals called Chi, and floating islands. Almost everything in this theme is weird, and almost none of it makes any sense. Beyond all of that, the minifigs have some really odd face prints and overall very odd designs. The Mixels theme is weird for a few reasons. Firstly, the theme was sold in bags instead of boxes, which is peculiar for a LEGO theme. Furthermore, the designs for this theme are very odd and random, which makes them look more like custom builds than actual LEGO sets. In addition, the Mixels theme was split into different tribes, and while some of the tribes make sense, such as fire, rock, water, and electricity, there are a few weird ones such as tongues and spikes. Overall, the Mixels theme was an odd idea, and it had some very weird designs included within it. It seems odd that LEGO made a theme that directly copies K'NEX, since LEGO's brick-based sets had given them so much success, and yet that's exactly what Zanap is. Another weird thing about this theme is the lack of creativity and the blandness of the sets. Usually LEGO's very creative with their designs and ideas, but this entire theme lacks any creativity and is just really boring. In addition, Zanap is a really weird name to give a LEGO theme. Scala is a odd combination of normal LEGO pieces and small plastic dolls. The plastic dolls in this theme are low quality and have badly printed faces that look kinda creepy and lifeless. In addition, the sets include lots of cloth, which is uncommon in LEGO sets. There are also a few large specialised animal molds, which are equally as badly made as the dolls. Furthermore, there are very few actual LEGO pieces in these sets, and some sets don't even include any at all, which is probably the weirdest thing about this entire theme. Galador is a really weird LEGO theme because it is one of the least LEGO-ish things LEGO has ever released. The builds consist of only a few pieces, which are specialised pieces made specifically for the theme, which means they can't be used with regular LEGO pieces. In addition, the figures for this theme look terrible. Firstly, there's the human figures, which have bright orange skin, and one of them has like some metal plates that look like they've been stapled on there, and they also just have these really weird long and thin limbs that just look really odd. Then there are the aliens, which look equally as terrible as the humans. Firstly, there's one that just looks like a big green angry bogey. Then there is one that's really weird, I can't really tell what it's even meant to be. Thirdly, there is a cyborg who's really fat, has a terrible colour scheme, kind of looks like a bug, I'm not sure if he's meant to be a bug or not, and he also has a tongue sticking out, and in the place of one of his eyes there is a gun. And finally, this is probably the worst one, it's a shark, which is also a motorbike, for whatever reason. Not really sure what the thinking was behind that, but that is a thing in the Galador theme. And these figures in general are just really weird, and they're probably the weirdest part about the theme, although the theme overall is definitely one of the weirder things that LEGO has ever produced. Click Hits is easily the weirdest theme LEGO has ever produced, because none of the sets include any LEGO pieces, and there is no building involved in these sets, which makes them very different from anything else LEGO has ever produced. If it wasn't for the LEGO logo on the box, then these could easily be mistaken for a generic line of bracelets. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.